I never believed in mermaids until I saw one with my own eyes. My name is Tafara, I'm 16, and I live in a quiet village where nothing strange ever happens. That changed last summer when my Uncle Sam got a job on a nearby dam project. Everyone was excited, especially my parents. The dam would bring clean water and hope to our village. Uncle Sam was proud of his new job. He worked as a diver, checking the dam's underwater walls. Every evening, he'd tell us stories about deep water, strange sounds, and shadows that moved. I thought he was just trying to scare me. Then, one evening, he came home early. His clothes were soaked, and his hands trembled. "I'm done," he whispered, dropping his helmet onto the floor. My father looked at him, confused. "But this job meant everything to you." Sam didn't answer. He just stared into nothing, eyes wide with fear. That was the night I knew something was down there, and it wasn't human. Uncle Sam lowered his voice. "I saw something in the water today, something that shouldn't be real." My mother made a sign to keep away evil. She knew before he even said it. "A Nujuzu," she whispered. My uncle nodded. She was beautiful and scary, pale skin that glowed under the water, long black hair floating around her like seaweed. And her eyes. He shook. Her eyes were looking right at me. "Did she have a fishtail?" I asked, very interested even though everyone was scared. "Yes," he said. "Where her legs should have been was a strong tail, shiny with scales." She waved at me, smiling, like she wanted me to swim closer. "What did you do?" my little sister asked. I swam up as fast as I could. When I got to the top, I found out 2 other divers had seen her too. We all quit right away. I didn't sleep that night. I kept thinking about the Nujuzu. Were they real? I had heard stories all my life, but I always thought they were just tales to keep kids from swimming alone. The next day at school, it was all anyone could talk about. The dam project was stopped because so many workers had quit. Some said they saw many Nujuzu swimming together. Others said the creatures had tried to grab their legs. My best friend Chiedza's father was on the project too. "My dad says the government is bringing in medicine men to do special rituals," she told me during lunch. "They hope it will make the Nujuzu leave the dam alone." "Do you believe they're real?" I asked her. Chiedza's face grew serious. "My grandmother says the Nujuzu have always lived in our waters. She says they protect special places from being bothered. And," she hesitated, "she says they've taken people before." "Taken people?" I asked. "Last year, do you remember Tendai, the boy who disappeared while fishing at the river?" I nodded. Tendai had been 2 years older than us, known for being an excellent swimmer. My grandmother says it wasn't an accident. She says the Nujuzu called to him, and he couldn't resist. When they found his fishing pole on the bank but no body in the water, the elders knew. A chill ran down my spine. I had always heard Tendai's drowning was an accident. After school, instead of going straight home, I went toward the dam site. I knew I wasn't supposed to go there, but I just wanted to look. The construction site was empty. Yellow tape blocked the entrance, but I could see the half-built dam and the large pool of water behind it. It looked peaceful in the afternoon sun. I found a spot on a hill where I could see the water clearly. I sat down and waited, though I wasn't sure what I was waiting for. After about an hour, I was about to give up when I saw a ripple in the middle of the water. Then another. The ripples grew bigger, moving in a circle. I held my breath. A head came out of the water. Even from far away, I could see that it wasn't human, not completely. The skin was too pale, almost glowing in the sunlight. Long dark hair stuck to what looked like the shoulders and back of a woman. My heart beat hard in my chest. A Nujuzu. They are real. She seemed to feel me watching, because she turned slowly until she was facing my way. Though I was far away, I felt her eyes lock onto mine. A chill ran down my back. She raised an arm and waved at me to come. Without thinking, I stood up. Something about her wave was hard to resist. I took a step forward, then another. Part of my brain was yelling at me to run away, but my feet kept moving toward the water. "Tafara, stop!" The shout broke the spell. I turned to see my uncle running toward me, his face full of fear. "Get away from the water," he yelled. I looked back at the water. The Nujuzu was gone, the water calm as if nothing had been there. Had I made it up? My uncle grabbed my arm and pulled me away from the dam site. "What were you thinking?" he asked. "Don't you know how dangerous it is here?" "I saw her," I said. "I saw the Nujuzu." His angry face softened a little. "That's why it's dangerous. They call to you. They make you want to come closer. But if you do..." He didn't finish what he was saying. He didn't have to. That night, our whole village met in the community center. The dam project boss was there, along with several government officials. One of them, a man in an expensive suit, explained that the project was on hold because of worker fears. "Fears," my grandmother said loudly. "The Nujuzu are not just fears. They are guards of our waters." An old man stood up slowly from his seat. 3 years ago, my son Kudzai was working on the bridge project near the falls. He told me about strange music he heard under the water when he was diving. I warned him to stay away, but he said the music was so beautiful. The old man's voice broke. They found his diving equipment at the bottom of the falls, but never his body. Another woman rose. "My sister Ruvarashe was washing clothes at the river last year when she suddenly walked into the deep water, fully clothed. She couldn't swim and was afraid of water her whole life. 2 children who were there said she looked like she was listening to someone calling her name before she walked in. We found her body 3 days later, downstream." Murmurs spread through the room. Everyone seemed to have a story or knew someone who did. "And what about the 3 construction workers from the northern province?" someone called out. "All drowned in the same week when the dam project first started." The official in the suit looked uncomfortable. "We're aware of the incidents. That's why we've invited medicine men from 3 different areas to do the needed rituals. For the next week, our village was filled with healers wearing colorful robes and carrying special herbs and potions. They did ceremonies at the dam site day and night. Everyone in the village gave food or money to help their work." During this time, my grandmother told me more stories about the Nujuzu. The most haunting was about a young woman named Munashe, who had been her childhood friend. "Munashe was the most beautiful girl in our village," my grandmother said. "She loved to swim in the big lake, even though her parents warned her not to go alone. One day, fishermen saw her swimming far from shore, laughing and talking as if someone was with her in the water. But they could see no one. When they called to her, she waved back and then dove under. That was the last time anyone saw her." "Did the Nujuzu take her?" I asked. "Some say she became a Nujuzu herself," my grandmother replied. "Even now, some fishermen claim they've seen a Nujuzu with Munasha's face, singing at the full moon." After 7 days of rituals, the head healer said that the Nujuzu had been made happy. They had not been forced to leave. "You can never force away a Nujuzu," he explained, but they had agreed to let the dam construction continue as long as certain special areas of the water weren't touched. The workers slowly came back to their jobs. My uncle decided to stay away, taking a farming job instead. "Some risks aren't worth taking," he told me. 2 months after the dam was completed, life in our village changed for the better. Clean water flowed through our taps, crops grew stronger, and people smiled more. But inside me, something had shifted. Ever since I saw the Nujuzu, I haven't been the same. I never swim alone anymore. Even bathing in shallow water makes my skin crawl. I always feel eyes beneath the surface, watching. Sometimes, when I close my eyes at night, I hear whispers calling my name, soft, melodic, but laced with something ancient and cold. 3 months after the dam opened, a group of tourists visited. One man ignored the warnings and slipped into the off-limits section. Locals said he paused mid-swim, smiled like he was in a trance, then disappeared beneath the surface. He never came back. The search lasted a week. Not a trace. When I told my grandmother, she only nodded. "You should leave, Tafara," she said, gripping my hand. "The water remembers you now. And one day, it may come to take back what it believes is its own."